Hello, everyone. You're watching SGTV with Indranil Basu. Today we have a former member of the BCCI Working Committee, a member of the Finance, I beg your pardon, member of the Legal Committee, Mr. Abhay Apte. Very warm welcome to SGTV, sir.
Thank you so much, Indranil. Thank you for having me.
And I wish you a very happy birthday.
Thank you so much for
Yeah,
remembering this. Uh,
yeah. And you know, we're all getting older with every year, but you
no,
know
but,
the
but but very much younger at heart.
yes, absolutely. But sir, we'll start our discussion today with cricket in Olympics in
Okay,
Angeles,
okay, okay.
Los Angeles Games, which is in 2028. There's a lot of
Yes,
talk that
yes,
BCCI is in sync with the ICC and without with the condition that you can't interfere, IOA can't interfere,
correct.
and we could see cricket coming into Olympics as early as 2028, which is I don't know if it's a good news or a bad news, but certainly cricketers will be called athletes, which they are.
Yeah, yeah. See, if you ask me, this subject is being discussed for quite some time.
Yes.
This has been discussed at the ICC level. This has been discussed at the BCCI level for some times,
Yeah.
and it is a complex subject in the sense that yes, ideally India definitely stands to earn a medal if
Mm.
cricket goes into Olympic. As you know, it is already there scheduled for the Commonwealth Games as well as for the Asians.
Yeah.
So it is true, but at the same time, there'll be some administrative issues as well as financial issues in the sense that having played or having recognized this as an Olympic game, then whether BCCI and IOC, what sort of relationship they will have, that is another problem, which also needs to be seen. But then, yes, over the period of time, the policy has to be that if we can go to Olympics, then definitely India will also stand a chance because no doubt India is the headquarters of cricket, and
Yeah.
then India will lead that at least as it seems from the time to come.
Yeah.
But as I said, there are two, three important points. One is about the status of BCCI itself, in the sense that we have fought all these years for keeping the autonomy of the body, and then whether in what way we will align with the Indian Olympic Association, that is one issue. Then whether the ICC's constitution will permit that. Of course,
Mm.
the application is being the resolution is being booed by the ICC itself. But it's a very interesting situation because today, if you see, look at the other aspect.
Mm.
Today, if you see, cricket is mostly being played in the Commonwealth countries. In short,
Yeah.
wherever the Britishes have ruled.
Mm.
So, if countries like Germany, Japan, US, Brazil, or Argentina, or France, or Italy, they are going to have their teams, then it is going to be a very different competition all
Yeah.
along.
Yeah.
But then there is another way of looking at it. See, in the biggest event in the world, like Olympic,
Yeah.
look at the track and field medals, look at the gymnastic medals, and look at the team games medals.
Yeah.
Ultimately, the bigger countries also think that if they can end up a day with 5 gold medals, then whether they will go through training of one team and doing all this. But it will be a very interesting scenario. But from the information and the news that appears, it is very good that it is very clear that Indian government and board is also moving in the direction to
Yes.
be positive about it, which is a
Abs-
very interesting development, I would say.
But the ball right now is in IOC's court, International Olympic Committee, how they take it forward. But
Yes,
BCCI was
yes, yes, yes.
against it, so was ECB. Probably there was a sort of apprehension about diluting the ICC properties. Also, there was perhaps there was, because we have a fear, isn't it? I mean, if Olympic comes,
Yes,
will
yes.
it be World T20 or Olympic gold medal? Which will be more worthy for an athlete?
No, there will be a lot of changes in the sense T20 you're talking about now because it is the prevalent, but now 100 balls has also come.
Yes,
So
so
what
right.
format ultimately? will be taken. That is another issue, because if it has to go to a tournament like Olympic, then it has
Yeah.
to be a much quicker game, and the days in hand also will be limited. So
Yes.
all those things will definitely happen. But yes, it is a thought that let us go and merge with the superior format of the game. Of course, the world championship everywhere is going to be different, and
Yeah.
that will always happen. You can see that in tennis, you can see that in so many other sports, that those who are champions elsewhere uh, do not necessarily participate in Olympics. But
Yeah.
then cricket going to Olympics is going to be a very interesting scenario.
But we
That's what I
we
think.
we had a lovely time, watching our athletes perform this Olympics,
Yes, 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 yes.
and
Amazing,
we
amazing.
even the cricketers would be would love to call themselves as athletes, they which they are,
They
but
are,
if
they are.
you don't play Olympic sport, you're
Yeah.
not an athlete. I mean, I don't know. I mean, this is we call them cricketers, so they are also good athletes, right? Kapil Dev was a good
No,
athlete.
that's okay. No, no. These are two different concepts altogether. Cricketers definitely are athletes. Tennis
Yeah,
players are athletes.
yeah,
Basketballers are athletes. Basically, they are athletes. But
yeah,
some people take that as a exclusive profession to enter into the events of athletics,
yeah,
which is track and field. And
yeah,
some athletes play into some other games. So I don't
yeah.
see that for they're getting themselves called as athletes, there will
Mm.
be some issue or they are not otherwise. But this Olympic has taught us a lot of things, and it has brought huge positivity in the minds of our citizens. That's what I feel.
It's not about one game. Cricket driving the entire nation. I mean, it's not cricket's fault if cricket is doing well. If we have a champion team in '83, and that changed the entire, that revolutionized the game. But it's a happy
Yes,
news that
yes.
sports are coming, isn't it? That's how we should take it. We should accommodate more sports.
Indranil, I don't. Of course, I do look at the number of medals that we have won, and no doubt we have broken all the earlier records. And we have also shifted our number upwards from what it was, maybe 52, 53 to 41. That is another issue. And we have got some new champions. That is also a very good thing. But I would like to emphasize on two more important things. See, this Olympic, Tokyo Olympic, was completely a different Olympic game,
Mm.
because it was postponed for 1 year.
Yeah,
There was a scare of pandemic all along.
yeah,
Even the spectators were not allowed to enter the stadium, and
mm,
the media rights and all were generated because it was being shown live across the globe.
yeah,
At the same time, every team had huge difficulties in preparing themselves
mm,
for the game. So
yeah,
to conduct such a huge tournament in such adversities in
mm,
itself is a very big thing. And that's why I personally feel that there are 4 or 5 important angles to this
mm,
Olympic success.
mm.
One is this, that the way in which it was arranged, that is one thing.
Conducted, yes,
Secondly, uh, to overcome the corona pandemic and to live with new normal, to have the
yes,
strict protocols, to
yeah,
ensure that the athletes are safe. This was
mm,
at an international level, the biggest level, was a big success.
absolutely.
Third is, it has also helped in generating a confidence in the minds of people that
Mm,
yes, if we follow certain protocols, we can beat corona. Beat in the
yeah,
sense overcome corona. Let's not talk about beating. See,
yeah,
our athletes, look at our teams. If
mm.
I am not wrong, the men's hockey team, one or two boys were down with corona
Last
uh,
year,
prior to the
last,
matches.
yeah.
Huh?
No, no, last
And
year. It was
they have
last year.
overcome it.
Yeah.
Huh?
It was last year. It was last year that it happened.
It was
That
last
the
year. It
captain
was
won.
last year.
Yes.
But they have
Yeah.
gone through it. They have picked up their strength. They have got back to the
Absolutely.
international standards and they have played.
Yeah.
So I think there are many pluses as far as this Olympic is concerned. And as far as India is concerned, it has we have got new champions. So we hope that the youngsters will be more attracted to those games, and the humility, the simplicity that those athletes have shown is enormous. Something that will definitely go a long way for the new generation to come.
There's a lot of sentiments being been expressed about whether sponsors will come in. I mean, the government, the public sector, the government, they have done their bid. The Sports Authority of India, they were all done their bid.
Ah,
The state governments, but now it's
yes,
sponsors to. I was telling them that if cricket would come into Olympics, then what's? I mean, I don't think anyone can stop the sponsors to come into Olympic sport.
they will definitely come. They will
Yeah,
most certainly come because now you take two examples. One is IPL,
yeah,
which is one of the top four brands in the world, and
yeah.
the way in which it has emerged is amazing. And
Mm,
lot of efforts have gone, and many senior administrators of BCCI have worked on it.
yeah.
But look at Kabaddi.
Mm,
Even Kabaddi has created a very good brand.
yes.
And just
So true.
like IPL at one level, they are
Mm,
also doing really well. Many youngsters are getting attracted towards Kabaddi.
mm,
So, if some success is seen, sponsors will certainly come because ultimately sponsors are in business and they understand what is business.
yeah,
They will not do charity, but when they know that they are going to get the brand, they are going
yeah,
to have nice athletes who are going to perform and give name, they'll
yeah.
certainly come.
Absolutely, and this is what will lift, and kind of rewards these athletes are reaping right now from different sectors. Corporates coming in, state governments announcing awards,
Yes, yes,
and then more to come. We are
yes,
yet to
yes.
hear from the other states. The other day, even one of the IPL teams also announced some cash awards for
Yes,
the
yes.
champion athlete. So
BCCI
those.
has given awards.
BCCI has given around 14 crore
Yes, yes,
in total in
yes, yes.
last few weeks. So
Yes,
it's going in right direction.
going right direction, and a clear message is being given that Indian sports and Indian sportsmen are together
Yeah,
in good and bad times. That
absolutely.
is the message. That is
But
the
but
message.
uh, but I mean, when we talk about cricket coming into Olympics, there's also talk about autonomy. So can you just tell us what is this autonomy thing, which is initially BCCI had some reservations about cricket being played in Olympics and all that. So that autonomy was an issue. So what if
See
you're
why no
a
no why
lawyer?
we talk no no why we talk about BCCI only. See, uh, BCCI of course is in the court for a very long time, longest time, because to decide on the point that whether it is an autonomous body or whether and what is its function and whether it is doing a public function or a private thing, etc., etc.
Mm,
But even if you see the ICC rules, they
mm,
don't want governmental interference into any body, and there are a number of examples where those bodies, those countries, cricketing boards were suspended by the
yeah,
ICC. So it
yeah,
doesn't come only through BCCI; it also comes through the rules of ICC. Now,
absolutely.
see, people talk about the autonomy of BCCI, so far so good, but at the same time, the type of brand that they have managed to create, the
Mm,
type of work that they have done, lifting their standards economically,
mm,
lifting their standards sports wise, and
mm,
now all said and done, let me tell you that today, if you go abroad, and
mm,
few years ago, what was the status?
mm,
Today, you go there as an Indian,
mm,
you are absolutely feeling proud of the fact that you are an Indian. So that confidence has been generated, and I think that credit goes to BCCI for that purpose, giving that much of strength all over the world in cricketing firms.
yeah,
At the same time, uh, other games are equally picking up. If you see our Indian teams, they played in Olympics.
mm,
They played with super confidence
mm,
and with absolutely top class fitness. So these are
yes.
the two things which were absolutely amazing as far as the Indian team is concerned. And Indranil, one more point that I would like to talk to you here is that look, traditionally we have been less concerned about three subjects post
Mm,
independence.
mm,
One is healthcare, but I
mm,
think with Corona, the healthcare has got a lot of importance, and it is inevitable that we give due respect to healthcare. Second is education. And
mm,
I personally feel that we are still struggling on that. We are still way behind of where we should be ideally. But yes, we are trying to emerge. So education is second. And third is sports. Barring last few years, we were considering sports as an entertainment.
Mm.
If a boy enters 10th standard, his sports will stop
Yeah.
because he has to study and he has to get a job.
Yeah.
So that equation has changed. That equation
Yeah.
has changed. And
Yeah.
performances like the ones in Olympic today will definitely give a better understanding to the parents rather than the pupils, rather than the wards, that you must consider sports also as a full-time profession.
Absolutely.
Because today these things are changing, and sports is also an industry, definitely an industry, because the type of money that is involved into the games. Look at Olympics now.
Mm.
Unfortunately, because of corona, there were no matches and there were no spectators. Otherwise, the
Mm.
type of revenue the aviation industry would have made, the hotelers would have made, the entertainment centers would have made, the sightseeing centers would have made. That was amazing. So sports tourism is also there.
Absolutely. So true. So true. Very well explained, sir.
So
But yeah,
yeah.
sorry, continue. Sorry.
No. You please ask me this question.
No, I was also, trying to make a point that cricket is benefited a lot through Olympic sport. Also, one of the biggest example is the fitness. All the yo-yo tests we talk about in Indian cricket,
Yes,
it came
yes.
from
Yeah.
Indian hockey, and
Yeah.
Indian
Yeah.
hockey is
Yeah.
a big
True.
away in this Olympics. In Tokyo, what we
So,
saw.
so, so that was, so that was the first statement that I made,
Yeah.
that all the sportsmen are together in their
Yes.
mission to improve their performance.
Yeah.
And this has shown, this Indian success has shown that all the sportsmen are together.
Yeah.
Like one state is completely taking over a game, like Odisha.
Absolutely.
Then
Absolutely.
cricket board giving money
Yeah.
to the Olympic medal holders.
Mm.
So this shows that we must take good things from each other.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you something. Uh, During the thick of the pandemic,
Mm.
when people were discouraged,
Mm.
the evening IPL matches came as a big relief for them
Yeah.
to
It
go
did.
on TV.
Yeah.
And you must have seen people just sitting next to their TV to see what is the next match. So that
Absolutely.
positivity is very much there, absolutely there. And I must say that even as far as the sport is concerned, the current policies, the
Mm.
former sports minister Rajuji and now Anuragji, I mean, they are also very forward-looking, free thinkers. So new things can definitely come in.
And there's a thing called coexistence. And cricket, I mean,
Correct.
cricket being such a popular sport in this country, and Olympics have
Yes.
done, and cricket has always complemented Olympic sport. I mean, look at, I mean, as we talked about,
Absolutely.
BCCI
Absolutely.
contributing money to the kitty, to the prize money kitty. So that's how
Yes.
it's
Yes.
important that we it's not a sort of one dimensional. We do talk. It's a one dimensional sport loving country, which is India. But I remember when Indian women were playing that hockey match, the bronze medal match. Everyone
Ah.
was hooked to the television. Everyone watched those moments when Neeraj Kumar was sorry, I beg your- Neeraj Chopra was uh, was bagging that gold medal. I mean, the entire process, entire match, entire that journey was seen by every Indian.
Yeah.
So it's
True.
important that
True. Very true.
so we
So that's why I said that when we talk about cricket, and if we
yeah.
feel that it's a cash rich organization,
Mm.
we cannot forget the fact that at one point in time it had a deficit balance
Yes.
in their balance sheet. Huh? So it
Uh,
is not that they were gifted with huge money right from the beginning, but
yes.
there were administrators who worked with lot of vision,
Mm.
who worked with media rights, who
Mm.
fought Prasar Bharati bill.
Mm.
There was a time when Doordarshan was taking money from cricket board for showing the match.
Mm.
from there to getting billions of dollars in media right, isn't it the innovative and forward thinking of the administrators of cricket? Of course it is there, and we have got many such people. So all other sports also will come to that level, and that should be our desire.
So true. But 83 was the one which that win in England, led by Kapil Dev, changed, revolutionized cricket so much. So I want to know from you: do you think this Olympic performance has revolutionized Indian sports also right now?
Yes, yes, it will certainly revolutionize. It will
Yeah,
certainly revolutionize the sports in India,
yeah,
because uh, every year, every 4 years,
mm,
the level of awareness increases.
yeah,
Today, the youngsters have seen this happening with their own eyes.
mm,
Those who are in the age group of 8 to 12, they have also seen it.
mm.
So it is definitely going to change. It is going to change the way in which we look at it. The very fact that we can go and conquer also changes the mindset. Because
So true.
as you were saying, that one victory of 1983 has completely changed the Indian cricket. See, even in any game, for a footballer, for a hockey player who is playing forward, one goal will change his confidence. One century will completely change the level of confidence. One big
And
success in a matter can also change the lawyer's confidence.
so true, so true. But
Yeah.
now that we have so many competitions, next 3 years we have another Olympics, and the time is really short. We have to really plan it well.
Yeah.
Take
Yeah.
part. Save your best for the Paris Games. Take part in Asian competitions, World's Championships, and there are a lot of things are happening. And this is
Yeah. Yeah.
possible. This is possible because we are dreaming big, because whatever performance we had in Tokyo, but Indian cricket team is
See,
also under a lot of pressure right now, because there are three major events till 23. So we have
yes.
the World T20 in UAE this year, which is India's event, which is
Yes.
going to be played in UAE. You have
Yes.
the next year, you have the again that World Cup, which didn't happen in 2020, it will happen in 22 in Australia, and again we have a
Yes.
50 over World Cup in 23. So you better pull your socks,
But
pull up your
but
socks.
Indranil, yeah, sorry to interrupt you.
Yeah,
While we are talking on this subject, let us not forget one fact,
yeah,
that we spoke about Olympic. That
yeah,
is the biggest event in the world, correct?
yeah, yeah.
We spoke about IPL, which is one
Mm.
of the top leagues in the cricket, or one of the top four leagues in the world.
Yes,
You were talking about some other bilateral matches,
yes,
but we cannot ignore the fact that the sports at top level is working. But we will be equally happy when it starts at the grassroots,
yes, yes.
because currently the club matches are closed, the grounds are closed,
Yeah,
there are no available practice sessions because of COVID. So at that level, you are in a position to administer the protocol.
yeah.
At Tokyo, it was possible because that was the highest tournament with huge financial support. But the real success, because what you are seeing now is all about finished products. They are all
Yes.
finished products.
Mm.
They have done so much. You also need to concentrate on raw material now.
Absolutely.
The raw material is in schools. The raw material is in kindergarten. The raw material is on the street. The raw material is in the villages. One more thing. If you see the current medal tally or the best performance in Olympic, most of them have come from smaller places.
Mm,
They
mm,
have not come from metros,
mm.
barring one or two.
Absolutely.
So what
Absolutely.
does this show? This shows that we have got terrific hidden talent, and same efforts need to be made to take care of the raw material also.
Absolutely. And
See,
cricket is
Osaka
cricket.
has a psychological. She had a psychological problem, and
Mm,
definitely she withdrew from the Grand Slam. It
yeah.
became a great news, and of course,
Mm,
it deserves to be.
mm,
But there are many school children who are suffering inside their house, a house
mm,
of 20 feet by 20 feet,
mm.
watching the laptop, watching the phone of their father, and
Yeah.
studying.
Yeah.
Players who have not seen the ground for 1.5 years,
Mm.
who have not been able to kick the ball or not
Mm.
been able to take the bat.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
they also are going through a lot of. So I think enough efforts also needs to be done at that grassroots level, and there should be some masiha for them also.
So true, sir. You've explained it so well. And as we say, cricket is what cricket is today, because the entire, it from small town, from villages, it's become a rage in the country. And
So why
similarly,
cricket sports today?
sports today. And so, if you want to make that this Olympic movement forward, um, you have to remember one thing: India lives in our villages. So that
Correct.
those brick by brick, that's what Rome was not built in a day. These are the sayings we should keep in mind and wait for the greater glory which is going to come. We are going up the ladder for sure, and when cricket comes, we'll have one more medal adding to our tally in 28. Hopefully that's going to happen. Abhay Apte sir, thanks a lot for coming on SGTV,
My
sharing your
pleasure.
views
My pleasure.
on how we can combine cricket and Olympics together. It was a very interesting discussion. Thanks a lot, and wishing you a happy birthday
Thank you.
once
Thank
again.
you for having me. Yeah.
Thank you, sir.